Welcome to Miss Dragon's Menagerie. Everyone is welcome, everyone is accepted. The only requirement is that you are loving, kind, and respectful to one another. Bad behavior will not be tolerated. Hello, everyone, and hello to those watching the replay. I have the 5-year-old today, just the 5-year-old. So, hey, Rick, hey, Suspicious, 7th, how you guys doing? Now, I have the 5-year-old who's only been with me once before. He's a good kid. He's out there watching Aladdin right now, the cartoon. So I kind of got to keep one ear out for him, so I might not be on too terribly long. So doing good, good. Just been long duration solar flare, lovely.
Hey, Rick. Hey,
No,
Suspicious
okay.
7th, how
Evidently,
you-
I I can hear everything. Everything's working just fine. So he's watching and eating his potato chips, and he's a good, quiet kid. He's really bummed though because the other two are with their other grandpa in Spokane. So he's got to spend the week alone to be an only child for a week. So this is the hey, sweet tea, welcome. Yes, he's a good kid. We've already been to McDonald's today. We've been to Fred Meyer's, wandered around there, so it kind of kept him busy. He beat me twice at Candyland. I only beat him once. So, yeah. After this, we'll probably go play Chutes and Ladders. But I'm gonna see if I can get him next week, next Tuesday, because I'm getting less and less worried about this fire when it comes to us. It's 12% contained, like at 25,000 acres. Because ideally I would like it to be next week. If not, it'll be the week after. But next week at Mount Rainier, clear blue skies, crystal blue, perfect time to go up there, get a photo, get their annual photo at Emmons Lookout. But if not, we might have to do a partly cloudy day just to get that done with the three of them. Yeah, it is good news. The Uptanum fire is 100% contained. Black Canyon is almost all contained. Their evacuation notices have been removed. So hopefully that will give more people to work on up here. It's gotten up to the jump off lookout, but so far the lookout's unharmed. So our names are still scribbled on the wall at the lookout. Just about every other kid that went to Highland has their names scribbled on that lookout. So we did for fun. So the air is a little bit better today. We had, since I'm high desert, not unlike the other side of the mountains, we had 1/10 of an inch of rain overnight, which really didn't do squat, but kind of take some of the smoke out of the air. I've got the fan going in here because he's got Aladdin going out there, and I do not want a copyright strike for an old Disney cartoon. And oh yeah, I'm in. Like I said, it'd have to go through several orchards. The only problem is when it's burning like the pine trees, then we get big chunks of hot bark, and that's our only worry. Say if our roof goes or the neighbor's roof goes, the concrete roof, it ain't gonna go. So, but I'm worrying less and less. So the other day, it stunk. Instead of being, oddly enough, the nice smell of a campfire when you're burning some pine, it was the smell of burnt grass. Yuck. Make sure. Okay, Palmetto State. So that was gross to smell. but that just also kind of tells us where it's at. If it's up higher, it's pine trees. If it's closer to us, it's grass and sagebrush. But I know Friday I may come on a little early. Wait, or hold on. I gotta go to the doctor's Friday. I'm so thrilled. But what time is it? At 1:30 for Mark. I may go a little earlier in the day, Friday. Right before I have to leave I might go from like 12 to 1. I got to go to the doctor's office and then have him see if he can fight for my insurance or fight with my insurance over the medication that seems to be working for my migraines. If insurance, approves of it, then Qulipta is paid for through Qulipta for a year. And if not, I just go back to the Abreva, the pills, because I didn't keep that paper and I kicked myself for not. They wanted me to either go see a neurologist, try Botox, some other kind of shots, some different kind of pills that alter my brain chemistry, and I will not take any of that. I'll just deal with the pain. So I got to tell doctor that. And I guess if I don't get it, oh yeah, when we get those, down on the beach, yeah, we don't even have much. They don't have a lot of root depth here either. I'll just deal with a headache and go with the whatever it is, green box stuff that does work. It's just take it as I need it, not as you know. Maybe the stupid company will pay for that one. I don't know. So yeah, it's gonna be the battle. If not, deal with the headaches. Hey Maritza, how are you? A long pepper? What's one of those? I don't use unless it's chili peppers. I don't use much, and I don't even eat much of those unless it's salsa. I'm a weenie. I grew up, around the Mexican culture, and mother didn't like hot foods, and mother said tortillas were fattening, so she never. I don't even think she knew how to make any, and so she never made them or bought them or yeah. So yeah, I never. If my great aunt, didn't make it, I usually didn't get to eat it. But, so yeah, cumin. I'm used to cumin from my Spanish rice. Okay. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. If I can see if I can find it. I don't know about around here. I might have just ordered online. I'll poke my ear out every now and then. Let me just hold on. You guys visit. I just want to double check, make sure he's okay. Because this is the first time I've done this without Keith being here. Keith's back to work today. I'll fill you guys in on that too. Okay. Everything is good. But yeah, Keith went back to work today. I can do those. I like wasabi peas. Those are good. I love those. I'll eat those till my mouth burns. What do you call it? Yeah, Keith went back to work today, and he's slowly getting filled in with all the stuff he missed. Evidently, CrowdStrike, that outage hit his work. So, and then oh yeah, especially since the older two I don't worry about. They're, they're 8. They're used to, I've had the 8-year-old since she's 2 months old. She knows where to find Nana, or even she makes it her own food if she's hungry. So she knows how to run the microwave and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So not only did CrowdStrike hit, they got a ransomware attack. I mean, they didn't. The whole company across the nation has a ransomware attack. So they can't clock in, they can't clock out, they can't see how much vacation they have. So I guess some of the places are sending people home. Well, you can't get into the computer system to find out who has vacation, who doesn't, Hey, Daryl, how are you? So yeah, it sucks. And so now he can't ask, and I'm curious if he still gets his 5 grief days for when my dad died, even though he was employed, he just was off on short disability. So that would be awesome if he got another week of basically vacation. So he gets like 6 weeks a year, I think, of vacation. Plus, they gave up years ago all the little piddly days in the year for vacation to have that week from Christmas to New Year's through New Year's Day off. So that kind of makes it 7 weeks. So that would be cool. That's all right. That's all right. Speaking of door dashing, okay, I signed up for Boost from Fred Meyer's, which is a Kroger. And they deliver to the house. Great, perfect. Went to clean the litter boxes, realizes the two boxes I have by the door, on the side door by the garage, were empty. And so there wasn't enough litter for the 3 litter boxes. And God forbid, Snickers has to actually go use one of the other litter boxes instead of this one right here. So I had him bring me two cat litters, like tomatoes, lettuce, stuff like that, just to fill the $45. I'm going to use them anyway. And this gal was picking it right away, doing really good. And then there was a glitch. So I get a notification, you're not going to get your product till about 7:30. I'm like, well, I don't care as long as it's before I go to bed. And so I get a notice. We got a new person from Instacart delivering, or I'm picking my groceries. I'm like going, oh, Denise. Okay, well, that's an average name. Didn't think twice. And I never get the glitch, so I never got the thing that it was being delivered. She was on her way. I figured, well, 2 boxes of cat litter, we're gonna meet her out there so she don't have to carry it. Knock on the door, and I get, before I could even really, my brain even got to catch up with the rest of me, she says, "Did you order some groceries?" And I looked at it, and it was my friend Denise that went to high school with my husband. We're all of us are class of '84, so we all know each other. And she grew up 8 blocks in the country, but 2 roads down, and pretty much straight from the farmhouse. So that was funny. Yeah, hey Sandy. Yeah, that was kind of nice, because we had thought we saw her the other day in Fred Meyer's, and Keith went and thought, and then the gal turned around, and Keith's like, nope, that's not Denise. Denise goes, I'm surprised we're there every day, because she's off work because she does this because she works for the school district. And it was funny. So she's like, are you guys going to the class reunion Saturday? And we're like, yeah, I'm kind of, oh, I remember when it was cheap too. But at least I remember back then it didn't clump either. That sucked. I'm not looking forward to this one. Some other friends that we see often aren't going to be there. We missed, and I'm glad we did because I can't do a pub crawl anymore. I don't know who in the hell thought that's a good idea for people who are 58 years old. So yeah, no kidding. God, that's why I get so chintzy with the lights and the power. I mean, I'm thinking I didn't see anything when I was at Fred Meyer's today, and I may stop after my uh, doctor visit Friday, see if there's anything. I really doubt it that's going to catch my eye. So I'm going to wear the white one. You know, that's like everyone. I had it on the other day, just pure white. And then, hold on, I'll go get it. In a cover. Let me go get it. It's just kind of has a Monet style to it. Kind of long. I hate sleeves. I absolutely hate sleeves. But if it's cold, I can wear this. If it's hot, I just take it off. And hang right there. I was hoping what I ordered from Temu would come in time, but I don't think so. I'd be ecstatic if it does. See if I can find it and show you guys. It's like I said, I'm the type of person, if I could have, I would have dressed like Stevie Nicks. But I'm gonna put my glasses on. Come on, let's go to here. Well, there we go. Turn this down. Turn all the light down. I was wishing that would come in, but I don't know if it'll be in by Friday because it hasn't. It's still at customs, but when it clears, it's from California just up to here, so it won't be too bad. But oh, I do too. Yeah, and I love lacy sleeves like this, and that would be so cool if it gets here in time. But I don't know. If it doesn't, yeah. Sweetheart.
I think we're not.
Okay, right back. Goose wants in. Okay. The cat is in, and she's staying in till this is done. Yeah, I found that on Temu. It's like $15. This Van Gogh looking thing was too. I figure you're not going to find anything like that around here, or at least in my size. So I thought, well, it's kind of more my style of things. So, yeah. But if anything, I've got that to fall back on. It said it's at an Italian restaurant, I guess. Yeah, Temu, that thing you keep seeing in your ads in your Facebook or YouTube or whatever. Yeah, there we go. That's how it's spelled. Temu. Yeah. It's like a cheap ass Amazon kind of. I don't put my bank account information in there. It's all the stuff comes from China, but I my PayPal through there and my PayPal balance, so it doesn't go through my bank account. Yeah. It's got some, neat stuff. I don't even know if you guys can see it. I haven't gotten them up yet, but my crows, yeah, little tins. I've got a little green man for my front door. I got the 2 tins here I haven't done squat with yet, but now that I have my time back for myself again, I mean, it kind of sucks because I'm back to talking to the walls. Hi, Goose. It's like I got that on Temu. Yeah, it's just metal. Not too expensive. What else did I get? They're all under here. They're all under my computer because they're metal. Because I will slice my finger open. Yeah. I don't know where my other round one went to, but yeah. Now let's. Yeah, exactly. Some of the things are smaller than you expect them to be, and yeah, yeah. Oh, I should have looked. It takes a little longer. It takes a couple of weeks. Yeah, I need to see if they've got that. Oh, it's this weird tape that people are making crafts out of and balloons and some kind of tape. Nanotape, maybe? But yeah, then you can put goo inside or kind of make your own little squishy, stuff like that. Yeah, it's neat that they try to suck you in and say, okay, get this, and you'll end up spending a fortune. You just gotta ignore their notifications. I don't have mine on. They'll be like, oh, this is back on sale, or I don't want no. I have to use a little bit of self control, but I have window crystals uh in the kitchen and the living room. I got some from Etsy and they were $30. I got the same set from Temu for like 8. So you just kind of got to look. And some of them, the ones I got, I ended up giving. Baby girl's got one, and I think Carly's got one, and then daughter's got one. So I don't have as many on my window as I originally had because they think they're neat because they show up. Etsy's expensive, but I mean I like going there for some of the vintage stuff that you're not gonna find because like I want to find a glass rolling pin that I can fill my own ice water into, and you can roll out pastry dough with that. Keeps your pastry dough chilled so it doesn't get too soft and tear, and it's neat. But Etsy is where I get all my nails from, though. They're like a bag at 500 for $12. Oh, and if that for that outfit, if I end up wearing it, and the nails will work for the other one too. I got yellow nail polish today, so I'll have a set with yellow on for that. I thought that would go pretty good, especially as dark as I've gotten. But it's 30. We already prepaid our $35 each for the meal, so I don't know what it's going to be. My system, I don't have a gallbladder. My system doesn't like Italian food very well anymore. It's too acidic, so I don't want to end up eating chicken nuggets. But when they talked about dancing, I'm like, yeah, no can do here in the 80s dancing. No, it'll be an hour, a little over an hour drive home. Yeah, we're not going to stick around for the dancing. No. Yeah, I'll see if hopefully I can get pictures of what the place looks like. And this is his class. you know. Yeah, it's his class, not mine. But then again, we're all the, towns are 6 miles apart. We're all class of 84. I am, you know, so I get along with a lot of him from my class. I mean, I get along with a lot from his class. Sometimes there's more I get along with there than I do in my own class. But I was the baby of the class in my class. So, yeah, I love Mexican food. I could sit there and eat tamales all day long till I look like the traditional Mexican grandmother. Um, See, I probably should have been 85, Shannon, since my birthday September 6th. So, yeah, I I got friends from class of 85 below me that I was really good friends with, and well, Bradley was class of 85, except he was older than me. Well, not anymore, but um, he came up from Bismarck, North Dakota. His folks moved out here. He had done first grade in Bismarck. They tested him here. Guess according to Washington's preference, he's uh they didn't teach enough, so he had to do first grade all over again. So that's why we were separated in class. But oh, I know, I get the mild sauce too. I'm a weenie. I mean, though I do like the habanero burn because it's right there, that mouth burn, and not the back of your throat burn. That just no thanks. Yeah. My sauce at Taco Bell, and they usually don't have much of it anymore, is that verde sauce, the nice green sauce. That's my favorite. I mean, I've got some roasted and blended tomatillos in my freezer that I gotta make sauce out of. Hey, Matt, how are you? Yeah, so tomorrow I will be child free. Thursday, Friday, child free. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, I'll have just the two older ones. But if I can get, I can't send it. Where's my glasses? Photos. Oh, the thumbnail I made today, I sent to Mark with the little tiny I put my name Miss Dragon in it really small. Where's it at? So just one. Okay, I'm putting it. Okay, this, get off the, is where I take the kids to get a photo every year. And so I would love to ideally go next Tuesday because it's clear blue. But I want to see if I get the 5-year-old to go. And it's round trip. It's a good maybe 4 miles. A lot of it's not tough if it's just hot. So oh, wonderful. Well, that sounds like fun. I wanted to take him to the mountains, but Keith was just like, what happens if they go to evacuate and I can't get back in? So I'm like, okay, we'll stay. But yeah, Mount Rainier. The parking lot between my driveway and the Sunrise parking lot is 79 miles. So yeah, it's a day trip for us. And so far they're working that so it won't cross the ridge from one pass to the other. So Chinook is still open, and I think they're trying their darndest to keep Chinook open. And that's what we take to go get there. But I don't know if I could. It's interesting with your GED, they still didn't give you the job because that's supposed to be a general. It's a general education diploma. It's the equivalent of your high school. I got out of high school. We're supposed to have, oh, Mount Rainier is gorgeous. So is St. Helens, and I can't get to that side right now, and I don't know if they're ever going to fix it. There's a rock slide on the side to get to Distance Observatory where Johnston called in and said, she blew, and they don't know exactly where he died, but basically that's the last placement of his camper is where the observatory is. And it's right in front of the side that blew out, and you feel really, really small. You look at that and you just realize how much force and might Mother Nature has. And you feel about this big when you're standing there looking at it. So, yeah, I know. I take my time. Oh, yeah, I remember when St. Helens exploded. I was like in sophomore year of high school. No, just going into high school because it was 80. Yeah. Yeah, but I remember being pissed because I asked, trying to figure out who woke me up in the middle of the night. Because, they all came in to tell me, wake up, go outside, go outside. I'm like, it's dark outside. What are we doing? And then there's like the mountain blew. Oh, shit. So, yeah. Dang. My son got his GED. Oh, I love taking that day trip. It's so peaceful. The what you look at is stunning. But my youngest got his GED, but he was like 19. He did the online schooling, and then they went bankrupt, and they're like, "Well, sorry about that. We don't have any records of everything you did, so you just have to start over." And he was like, "Screw that." So he got his GED, and then went into he took care of his grandpa. He was basically the home health care nurse for his grandpa for 2 years, and then he went into Perry Trade School from precision machining, and so that's where he's at now. But yeah, I would love. I get. I can go to the Windy Point side around Spirit Lake, but I can't get back to Coldwater Lake. I can't get back to any of that because of the slide. Oh, wow. That would be fun. Closest I've ever worked at a restaurant is running a Subway in a deli. It's close as I ever got. Yeah, my first job wasn't until I was 17. Nurse's aide at a nursing home that had some of the developmentally disabled in them, which is my favorite to work with. My parents' attitude was, I don't want you working. Oh, that would be gorgeous. Their attitude was, you need to focus on school instead of a job. Because I'm ADHD, if y'all haven't noticed by now. And so I would really piss off my teachers because I wouldn't do the daily work, but I'd ace the test, no problem. Oh, that made them mad. So they couldn't flunk me. And my attitude was, well, I can already do this. Why do I keep trying? I already know I can do this. Yeah. So I got out of there with a C average. Yeah. Oh, that would be cool. I love to cook. Tonight I got to go through my cupboard and get rid of. I've kept a couple of glass pans that I want to keep, and I'm going to give my son the rest of them. Here, take these. I don't need. No, I got the one big pan if I need to go to a potluck or something. I got that one. the square one for brownies and a little bit smaller one that like last night's dinner was spam, onions, and potatoes in the oven baked. So, just enough for two. So, yeah, I hated homework. God, I hated homework. And it sucks that they give these kids so much now. I'm like, why in the hell? They're for me, they're breaking their backs. They're already ruining their backs as children with these damn backpacks and all that shit they got to carry constantly. It's like, where's your guys' locker? We don't have lockers. I'm like, what the? They have to take it back and forth. Oh, cool. That's what I go look for at yard sales is old cookbooks. I mean, that's when food was actually food. It's made with lard. It's made with bacon fat. It's made with butter. Not this margarine shit that's one molecule away from plastic and it was meant to feed cows. So, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. When I stopped working, I was making a whole whopping $9 an hour. So, and I think it's $15 an hour here is the minimum wage. And I was looking at what I would make here in probably another 7-8 years on Social Security. It's $3K for me for Social Security a month, and I'm like, holy shit, that's more than I've ever made in my life in a month. So, man, we'd get tips once in a while in Subway, not very often. But I learned how to make sandwiches in Spanish. I think lechuga is lettuce. Then there's peppers or pepinos, and I forget what the rest of it is. Yeah. I couldn't work in a sewing material store like Joann's. I'd I wouldn't have anything left. I wouldn't have a paycheck left. I'd spend it all there on fabric. Oh. Mm. God. Bartender reminded me of something we did years back. My niece was playing rugby in Ellensburg at the university. We went and watched her play. We went to I had never been to a peanut bar. So we went to a peanut bar. Well, yeah, I'm chaotic in here. This is where everything's been going lately with everything going on. And now that I get my days back again, at least I only lose Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I can start working on stuff again. I've been tearing stuff apart in the living room yesterday. I got more fairy lights put up in the living room, so it'll be a little bit brighter at nighttime in the winter, or when I just close myself into a little cocoon. Shit, where was I going? I do this a lot. Oh, peanut bar. So I'm cracking, they got them in a bowl. I'm cracking the shells and I'm, putting them in a little pile in front of me. And once the bowl got pretty much empty, I dumped the peanuts out and I put them in the bowl, put all the little pieces into the bowl. And bartender came out from behind the bar and she informed me we throw the peanut shells on the floor, took the bowl and chucked it. I got the bowl back, but all the contents went out and I was just horrified. I was like, oh my God, I did that at house. Growing up, I would have got my ass beat. Keith goes, when the bartender comes out from behind the bar, there's going to be an issue. And I went, I couldn't just chuck them to the floor, Good. You got to deal with a bunch of snotty little kids. I don't know if I'd have the patience. I can't. Sometimes, you're dealing with in retail, like grocery or whatever, and you're dealing with the general public, there's not a lot of space in some of them between their ears. Just like, oh man. Or there you get the assholes who just want to, hurry up, do this, do that. And I'm like, you just kind of bite your lip and not say anything. So I think almost all the states now are a right to work state. I know Washington is. Oh. Yeah. Did they still stick with that thing of no tattoos into Disneyland or Disney World, one of the two? I thought that was just shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, oh, I bet. Holy cow. That'd be a nice little chunk of change. Be a down payment on a house. Yeah, I'd heard that a couple of weeks ago about the tattoos. I think I heard it from the quartering, Jeremy at the quartering. But I was just like, wow. I wouldn't be ever going back. I only went once anyway. I was in 8th grade. So, oh God. I love it when you get people from, okay, so small town, our tech really isn't up to, like, say, the West Side's thing. Some lady pitched a fit because she couldn't just tap her card and have it, this was about 10 years ago or so now. But she pitched a fit because she just couldn't tap her card and pay for her stuff. We're like, no, honey, we have to actually run it down the side, It doesn't have, or even a chip thing. It didn't have anything for that on the subway till. No, I'd have a really, really tough time. Yes, sweetie? It's over? You want to try something else? Okay. 2 seconds. You want to watch, we watch Homer and Family. Yeah, but they're your age. Okay. All righty. So now he's watching Toy Story, the first one, and I told him, that the first one came out when your dad was your age. So, yeah, I'm not a Disney person either. I'm a Warner Brothers person. I'm Foghorn Leghorn, Bugs, Daffy, Porky Pig, and all that. Oh boy. Yeah, oh, those are a little too old of parts for me. Oh my God, roller coasters. I love roller coasters. We went, the boys were younger. Magic Mountain. No, not Magic Mountain. Now you got me thinking of that area. Oh, shoot. Whatever it is in Idaho. Silverwood. There we go. Silverwood. They still had the old they had Timber, the old wooden roller coaster still. They had one that corkscrewed you where you went upside down, and then they had another one that went into a tunnel thing. And that's all we did. We went from roller coaster to roller coaster to all day long. And then I think the last thing we did was we did some kind of water thing. And evidently the dye on an eel skin wallet doesn't stay if it gets, you know, I guess it makes sense because, you know, eels, you know, they're water things, so it's not probably going to stick onto it. And so his money for when we were at Silverwood was all dyed pink because his burgundy eelskin wallet got wet. So, oh, Felix the cat. Yes, my son wanted one of those clocks. I don't know what he's been on lately, but we had one of those when he was younger. You know, the eyeballs and so that's what he wanted for Christmas. And then he sent me a picture today of, remember these? The Lord of the Rings cups from Burger King that had the light at the bottom, you know, the goblets. He's like, you know, remember these? I said, remember these? I still have some downstairs. You know, we had the whole set. So. Oh, that's cool, Matt. That's awesome. Yeah, they had one too. Underdog. Oh my God, I loved Underdog. I also love the Ant and the Aardvark. Oh, I was probably on Space Mountain way before that happened. But I used to think that the voice of the Aardvark was Jackie Mason. Sounds a lot like him, but it's not. So yeah, I've had the kids, the 8-year-old that watch the Ant and the Aardvark and the Pink Panther, and the 13-year-old loves Tom and Jerry, and yeah, my son, we had one. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the boys probably played with it enough. They dropped it on the floor and ruined it. But now the oldest has one. It's up in his house. But what did he find? I don't know if you guys remember. Taco Bell had a thing. They were giving away straws, but they had like the one we had an eyeball in it. The eyeball was about yay big, you know, and everywhere it moved, it looked like it was looking at you. So Mr. Magoo, oh, that was great. The lady, oh, what's her name from Howard's? I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of what her name was. But yeah, he finds weird things like, do you remember these? Do you remember these? And I'm like going, I still have them because I don't throw anything away. I have the Shrek glass that McDonald's had everybody bring back, except I was like, no. You know, I just won't drink out of it. It just sits up in the cupboard with the glass. And oh man, I have to put my glasses on. My eyeballs are starting to hurt. Oh, there we go. I know when Dad went. Oh, cool. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, my dad did most of the fun stuff before I even came along. When I came along, he was a teacher, and that didn't last very long. He quit teaching in like 69. He said, you know, the kids aren't the problem. He goes, it's the parents. They're the problem. But he found a dinosaur. He worked for Howard Hughes. You know, of course, he'd been in the military, all this stuff before I even came along. So, oh, that's too funny. Okay, I've done the Universal Studios back in the day with, like I said, I was in 8th grade. The $6 Million Man and Jaws. The exciting thing is we got to see Teddy Savalas. Like, big deal. But yeah, we went, as kids, we drove down to Disneyland, did that for a couple of days on our spring break, drove over to Las Vegas, saw my aunt and uncle who lived in Henderson. Got to watch the third, well, they call it 6 now. To me, the third Star Wars in a tiny theater, not even stereo, on mono, and back then it was $6 a ticket. And I was like, holy shit, that's more than home. And I don't even get it in stereo, but I got to see it as it came out. So, yeah, that's me and my brother always had to be right there for the minute. And Star Wars came out, and they just kind of ruined the first 1, 2, and 3. Those are, no. Nothing beats the Empire Strikes Back. But it cracks me up, that Wile E. Coyote mug. You can probably find them on eBay. In a box in the garage. It's still probably isn't worth shit. Is I have all the Peanuts drinking glasses from McDonald's from the early 80s. So, hey, Matthew. Last time I looked, I think the whole set was worth like $35. And like I said, I'm trying to do my Norwegian death cleaning. And I was looking on eBay. I don't know what made me. Oh, daughter was looking for a certain shirt and stuff, and I was like, oh, well, let's go see. I have a starter jacket. I have a Seahawks starter jacket from 90s, and one of them was selling for $300. It is so much. Matthew, the Watch Duty, I don't know if you have that app, is what they say, we got 1/10 of an inch of rain, but at least it took most of the smoke off the air. But unfortunately, it's getting up by the jump off lookout. The lookout's still there, but it's creeping that direction now. Yeah, it's $300 for that jacket. And I told the boys, I said, check it out. The first thing my oldest goes, I want it. And my youngest comments back. He goes, you're gonna sell it. Nathan goes, no, I'm not gonna sell it. I'm gonna wear it. Yeah, I know. I'm so tired of this fire already. He goes, I guess old Seahawks stuff like that is hard to find. And I'm like, it's yours then. Just get it out of my basement. Yeah. Then, Matthew, the longer this goes, the less I'm worried about evacuating. Because on my side of the road, by the middle school, what do they call it? Middle school, TIS, whatever it is here in Tieton now. My side of the road, we're on the evacuation side. The other side of the road, like where the Grange is not. So I'm like, I'm not moving. I'm not leaving. I'll go up there if need be with a sprinkler on the roof. But yeah. So I'll get rid of that, which will be nice. That's one less thing I got to deal with. And I think I'm going to talk my son into taking his pea coat out of the closet. No, I'm I'm on Victoria Place. So that's what, Natchez Avenue. Yeah. My side of Natchez is in the evac zone. The other side is not. So I'm not worried. If this house didn't burn down when CPC went, it's not going to burn down. But so there, I want to get rid of stuff. I got to figure out tomorrow. I'll remember to bring up so I show you, and I got to get it to the cleaners. This dress that from Japan, from the 50s, that I used to be able to wear in high school. Then I don't know if there's very many, high school girls now who could wear it, but it's like this tiny. I got to get it clean and see what I can do with it. I mean, because I don't think Steven's stepdaughter, the way she's built, she may or may not. I don't think she's going to have the build for it. If she's not Japanese, she's half Vietnamese. So it'll be close enough. I only got to go to Universal because it was our trip down to California. But like I said, I was in 8th grade. We never, like with the boys, we didn't take them to like Disneyland and all that. We went to like the Pacific Science Center, OMSI, pretty much anything educational. We went. The aquarium. Well, we went down to the Oregon Aquarium when Kiko, whatever Free Willy's name is or was. We got to see him before they shipped him off, and he without a pod, and he didn't survive. We got to see him twice in Newport, and then I liked the College Aquarium, which was next door, which is older but had, it was really cool. Yep. And those kids got that cardboard to burn, and how many millions of dollars went up, and yep, that was exciting. That was talked about in the town for years. That's how exciting our town is. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, talk about. I was a kid, and Ellensburg has an observatory. And so we went to the observatory, and I asked them, I wanted to see Cygnus X1. And the guy's like, no, you can't see it from here. And where I'm like, why not? And he's like, because this isn't an X-ray telescope. I said, okay, fair. Because that's a black hole. And oh wow, that's wild, Matthew. Cygnus X1 is also a song by Rush. And so that's how I found out about it. So I was all excited to go see it, and then realized I can't. And then we had, anybody remember when Hale Bop went through here? Or flew by, whatever, The observatory in Goldendale, it was okay, But we had a lady that did young astronauts out here. And I'm not sure who she got to come out with this really nice telescope. But we were at the elementary school, and you could see both. Oh, that would be awesome, Match. Both the debris tail and the ionic tail. You couldn't see the ionic tail at the observatory. So we're just sitting there at the elementary school parking lot watching all this go through. And it was really cool. So I'd love to see some of that stuff, but I'm not flying right now. And I'm to the point now with I can't have a solar storm hit and me be off somewhere away from my doctor. It's like yesterday morning. I was feeling like shit yesterday morning. and that's why I didn't have a live. But see if I can show you what my heart did yesterday morning. And so hopefully now that the 6 weeks are up, I can tell Doc, can we try this medication now, please? Turn this down. Yeah. Come on, go sideways. It'll come into view. That's my Fitbit. All days are like almost to the 40. And a lot of this happened. I was asleep. When you're like it, yeah, like I think 42 was the lowest, my pulse. So I don't know if it's going to come back up or not now that I moved it. There we go. But yeah, it's part of the reason I wasn't here yesterday. Oh, that would be cool. Dad, mine was a junior high science and history teacher, and mother was a nurse who became a teacher. But Dad quit in the late 60s. But it was cracked me up because it was like, I'd ask Dad. I do remember doing this at least once. I remember we're going past Mount Shasta. And I remember asking my dad, what's that? What's that? And I remember him going, Mount Shasta. And I remember, and I did this a lot, I guess. My response was, no, it's not. But cool. I've only done stuff here on the West Coast. Okay, guys, I will be back out tomorrow. Now I got to go probably lose again on Candyland and get some more fairy lights up. But yeah, so he's not out here too much alone. But he's such a sweet kid. He is so good. He's watching Toy Story. So I spoiled him, took him to McDonald's and everything this morning. So he's good and quiet. I guess I'll be back tomorrow. No kids. Be peace and quiet. I'll have a full day of just me. And I haven't had that in 3 months. So, all right, guys. I love you all. And for Paola, when she catches up with us later, all my love, Miss Dragon. Yeah, I sent her a thing, but she's probably busy right now. She's working on Canon and doing as much as she can, as fast as she can. So,
thank you
away
for
we
being
go.
part of Miss Dragon's menagerie. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All my love, Miss Dragon.